Hello everyone and welcome to QualityOldGames. Today we are having part 20 of the English Longbows Only Challenge campaign, and our aim today is to get as many provinces as possible, since we are lacking only 6 from winning the main campaign, so basically we are working towards it. And I think we will try to get some from Mongols, some from Milanese, and perhaps from Spain as well. And those catapults are going to be problematic, but otherwise I'm fairly confident that our army will be able to handle the situation here. And of course, this attack will leave Leon vulnerable. Of course, now we need to position our troops so that we can actually win the battle. Okay, so I guess that farmhouse there is doing a rather decent blocking. Then again, it's downhill. And then there is this larger building here that will block some more. So perhaps this is actually the best place to position our troops. Of course, the forest here will block at least some of the missiles we can fire, but let's try to do that. And once again it seems it's going to be a rather long wait for the enemy reach us with the catapults. And those Ginets there are most likely going to be trouble. Let's see how well we will fare. Swordsmen, militia, mercenary, pavis, crossbowmen. Quite a lot of heavy infantry, which of course is problematic for us. Let's have this side firing at the crossbowmen, while these guys should take care of the Ginets. And perhaps we need to start hitting those swordsmen militia already. And perhaps here we need to start hitting the heavy infantry. Okay, so no flaming ammo this time. There seems to be a cavalry charge incoming. Let's hope it will fail miserably. I'm just wondering if would be wise to pull back. Especially from this flank. Let's do that.
St. George protects us. Our general lies slain upon
The dream of
Okay,
every
that's
warrior,
not good,
dying nobly for king and country.
because some of the troops will break sooner rather than later. Perhaps it might
Only
be
half the enemy force
best
remains.
to pull back altogether. And let's hope the whole army will break. Okay. So I think we inflicted more damage than we sustained. Of course, the worst case scenario is that these guys will retreat to Toledo, and we need to fight another rounds with the plague.
I bring word from my people, noble lord.
I guess we can have the trade rights here.
You do not realize how much we appreciate this.
Okay,
Goodbye.
fair enough.
We look forward to our next meeting.
And Dublin is doing rather okay at the moment. And we are improving the roads. And perhaps even Damascus will, or they will soon be happy as well. Okay. Good that.
Defeating you
That's
will
not so
bring
good.
me great honor,
Well, the good thing
noble
is that
enemy.
the Timurids and Mongols are fighting
Orders,
with each other.
my lord. Yes.
The not so good news is that
I will
this
not
rather large
balk you.
army is
Hail, my king.
nearby
Honor,
there.
sire. By your will, sire, we shall engage.
Perhaps
Laying
we
siege, noble
could be
sire.
able to take
We
Edessa
shall
there.
prevail in this siege, sire.
Okay, unfortunately, not too many retrainings available there. And perhaps we could start sending
My lord.
some troops from
As you wish.
Jeddah.
We can go no
Be
further today,
retrained.
sire.
And we have another heretic. Or I guess
Yes, Your Highness.
that's the
God's
heretic here.
servant.
This is the heathen
Do we have
lords
any
are beneath me.
decent enough
I
priests
am
here?
the savior.
I guess
Why
the
do you
witch
say
hunter
Yes, Your Highness.
might prove to be
Who is the
effective.
heretic, sire?
God's servant.
This is the heathen.
Yes, Your Highness.
Who is the heretic, sire?
God's servant. Yes, Your Highness.
Okay, good.
God's
One less heretic to worry
Who is the
about.
heretic, sire? The heretic will not survive.
And
My lord.
oh, and finally, we are rid of the plague.
Sire. Orders. Sire. My lord.
So
Orders.
we
Command
can
me,
get
sire.
rather
Sire. Orders.
nice reinforcements
now, my
for the
lord.
army here.
By your command.
Okay.
Sire, we should withdraw. Yes, sire.
And we can finally start to retrain the troops there. And could we get
Yes,
rid of
Your
this
Highness.
heretic here? Finally, Antwerp having a bit of troubles with public order.
An order. We shall slaughter them, my lord. My lord.
And
Yes,
perhaps we
sire.
could
We can
send
go no
some
further today,
additional
sire.
troops to
Order. As you
aid
wish.
Genoa.
Sire. Yes, sire. We'll make camp here,
And
sire.
we are having
My lord.
these reinforcements coming from England.
Sire. Orders.
Perhaps we will
As
soon
you wish.
open a new
We'll
front
make camp
against
here,
the Holy Roman Empire. As we should be having enough
My lord.
generals
Sire. Yes, sire.
and troops nearby.
Who do you want dead? Aim thy target, sire.
My lord. We will see you
And I
dead.
think
hither.
we are ready. And of course our actions here have left Caesarea rather vulnerable to attack, but since that's jihading army, perhaps it's not too much of an issue then. Where actually is the jihad declared? Jerusalem. Oh. Not good. Well, it seems we need to start reinforcing Jerusalem once again.
Sire, by your command. My lord. Orders. Sire. My lord. Yes, sire. Sire. Yes.
God's servant.
This?
Yes, Your Highness.
Name the blasphemy.
God's servant.
And finally.
Sire.
So
As you
could
wish,
these
sire.
guys take that? Perhaps not.
Defeating you will bring me great honor, noble enemy.
So let's send a couple of units to
Sire, by your
Caesarea.
command.
From Antioch, I think we should soon send an army.
Hail, my king.
Perhaps we can take
As you will, my
Edessa,
king. To battle.
at least at some point.
Yes, Your Highness. Godspeed. Continuing once I have rested.
My lord. Marching to war.
Oh, rather experienced army.
Command me,
Perhaps
sire.
we need to
Sire.
sell it
They
out,
wish they'd never been born, sire.
and let's
There'll
see
be
what
no
we can do.
escaping us now. Attack! Units, await my orders. Longbows, longbows. Units, hold
And
your
let's see if our towers
forward. Longbows.
could score a couple of hits there.
General's bodyguard. Longbows, men.
Perhaps they actually can.
Longbows. Extinguish flame. Units, extinguish flame. For the moment, the fortune of battle goes our way. Let's pray it remains as such.
Okay, So we were unable to inflict any casualties. I guess, yeah, crossbowmen at the front. Supported by heavy cavalry. Let's try to inflict as much casualties here as we can before the battle is joined in melee.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we... The enemy general... Our men have captured the enemy general. Guard him well and make it so he can see us defeat the rest of his army. Only half the enemy force remains.
Okay, I think we are doing rather great. And I think this army will be rather depleted soon.
Missiles, attack! This is a clear victory
and let's
that
hope
goes to only men
the
of
army
great...
got completely wiped out. It will make our offensive to Milan a bit easier. And here I think we can combine the armies.
Yes, sire. Moving to crush the enemy.
That was a mistake.
Victory!
Well, we can have some reinforcements because of the mistake, but that could have gone a bit better as well.
Yes.
And we have an army marching here, or is it this one? Perhaps it's this one. Okay. So, let's finish the turn, and it seems I was a bit too hasty here. Oh, they were kind of friendly and left Milan practically defenseless. Really nice of them. Oh, that's one army in the ship, I guess. Yeah. So, perhaps Edessa will fall. Quite a lot of cavalry in that army. Quite a few in this one, so they will be coming from our back right.
Muster your courage, men! We march into battle!
So, let's try to wipe out the initial army first. So, let's deploy the stakes here. And then these guys could guard against the... or at least their stakes can guard against the next army here.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
So, let's see how the battle will go. At least we are starting to fire. And of course we want to hit something else that these horse archers only. When the time is right, of course. So let's start hitting that town militia. Perhaps that charge will be devastating enough for the enemy to them to be wiped out there. Okay. For once, the stakes are performing rather well.
Only half the enemy force remains. The battle is the enemy army flees the field.
Okay, that was
Pursue
nice.
and run them down.
So, let's prepare to face the next army. And it had the general 1 horse cavalry units, but otherwise it's missile infantry. So fortunately we are getting in the first shots. So that should make our life quite a bit easier. And of course, wiping this army out
The battle is very much in our favor. If we
will make
remain
it
true
quite
and
a bit
steadfast,
easier
victory
for
will be
capturing
ours.
the city.
The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army. The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men. The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Okay, there is that one. Cavalry circle still.
Behold how our cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the attack.
Okay, that was nice.
By the grace
Fair
of God.
enough. We didn't get the city, but we will get it soon.
No.
Oh, did we take down the enemy general there? And this jihadist army is actually, or army in jihad, is attacking this army here. I doubt that we can win that battle, so
Yes, my lord.
let's try to at the very least get a more favorable terrain for the defensive battle. And this time the whole enemy will come from the front. Kublai. Okay. So I guess there was Genghis in the last video, and now we have Kublai.
My lord, the tide of battle seems to have turned against us. We must act
And
and halt
so
this
much
turn of
for the
events.
beneficial terrain.
The enemy have brought up more men. They hope to make up in numbers what they
Okay,
lack in
so
gallantry.
let's see how it will go. And they are actually starting off quite far. It will take a while for them to reach us. Okay, and finally we are having our first enemies, at at least soon in range. Quite a lot of missile cavalry, which of course will be problematic for us. So perhaps our best hope is that at least some of the enemy cavalry will impale themselves on the stakes, preferably the general as well, and then we can inflict heavy casualties before we most likely will rout. No. That didn't go exactly as planned. Let's see if we could once again. So, what I was planning was to try to snipe the enemy commander. That would actually be quite crucial if we want to win the battle. Of course, we are taking casualties at the same pace than the enemy. So...
The enemy general lies dead. Good riddance to that Saracen desert dog.
Of course.
That'll teach him to ride to war on a pony.
Let's see.
Lord have mercy! We've lost half of our men!
Okay. And quite a bit of the enemies are actually fleeing.
Only half the enemy force remains!
Oh, let's not waste actually any ammo on those light lancers. Except those that are trying to
Lord, our
flank.
general has been captured. We must secure his release. Our
Well,
enemies
it
have
was rather
snatched
close.
victory from us like thieves in the night. They will not be so lucky next time.
But I think at least that jihading army took quite a heavy beating. So perhaps the army on board the fleet can...
An
join the
honorable,
fray there.
glorious victory!
And Edessa is
God
ours.
be praised! He has granted us victory!
And this time the popes seem to have gained some longevity. And I think we should strengthen the defenses at Aleppo and neighboring regions so that the Timurids won't have that easy time getting past us. So the Moors are attacking us.
It's treason.
As you wish.
Practically it means that Toledo and Valencia need to be reinforced.
An order. They'll wish they'd never been born, sire.
Well, let's see how this battle will
Show
go.
no mercy. Kill them all.
There is a reinforcing enemy army. So I think the most crucial
The battle
thing
seems to be swinging in our favor. From such tidings
is
does victory emerge.
whether the enemy will attack us or not. Because those catapults will be problematic. And it seems we cannot deploy the stakes. At least in all the places. Oh, then we can. Interesting. So not possible on the road. But here, once again possible.
The enemy have brought up more men. They hope to make up in numbers what they lack in gallantry.
And could we actually get to the mountains there? Oh, they are actually coming this way. So, we are not going to go. And then let's be wary of that army. Perhaps we will keep a couple of units in reserve here, so that army might waste some of its strength charging those stakes there. And I guess you guys can start firing. Well placed. Actually, I think this stake here rather
The enemy general
beat
has
the
no honor.
initial enemy army here.
Behold how our cowardly foe runs. It's
Okay,
time to
nice.
press the attack.
So, now we need to prepare for the next army. And I guess moving those guys into position there. And these guys in here will be quite enough. So, perhaps some Jeanettes. Okay, rather easily driven off, at least initially. And let's try to take down the enemy cavalry here, before they can cause too much trouble. Mercenary spearmen shouldn't be too much of a problem. That bodyguard, on the other hand, will. But perhaps they will impale themselves on those stakes there. Looking rather promising. And I guess that's the enemy king down. So, let's try to inflict as much casualties as we can. So that capturing the city will be that much easier. And there won't be even too many enemies able to flee.
The enemy army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
So let's try to inflict as many casualties as possible. So that we actually might be able to take Leon this turn. And I have to say, this is rather nice victory. Okay.
All
Let him
of
leave.
Christendom will be all. Such is the fate of all.
Oh, okay, so that guy got away.
We shall slaughter them,
However-
my lord. Besieging the cowards, my liege.
Need someone removed, sir?
He will not
As you
get
will.
far.
Not possible, sir. Not possible, sir.
And here we can besiege Milan.
Yes, sire. Moving to crush the enemy. They're dead once we breach the walls, sire. Orders. Yes, sire.
And let's see if we can make some additional troops. So, the plan was to
Ships right. Leaving the boat. Yes, my
get a
lord.
new army
By your command.
towards the
Orders.
Holy Roman Empire. And I guess Nuremberg and Innsbruck are the closest targets.
We'll make camp here, sire.
So,
My lord. Orders. My lord.
we have a decent army there. The only thing we are lacking is a
Sire.
good general.
By your command. Merging armies, my lord.
Where could we get one from?
Hail,
Sean
my
at the
king.
very least, I guess.
Hail, my king.
From there it will be then.
Orders, my lord. As you wish. We can go no further today. Yes, sire. March to exhaustion, sire. Continuing later. As you wish. We can go no further today, sire. Yes. March to exhaustion, sire.
And let's see the
Continuing
Eastern
later.
Front.
Orders. Aye, sire.
So,
Taking the troops
we
ashore,
have this
sire.
army here,
My lord.
and we need to get
Fine day to say.
these guys to be
Have
retrained.
something in mind for our people, noble one?
And perhaps it's time to move onwards from Antioch. Jerusalem still needs more defenses.
My lord. By your command, we'll make camp here, sire. Sire. Yes, sire.
And Edessa actually not doing too well. But I guess that will have to be enough.
Hail, my king.
And let's leave the weakest men to defend Antioch. And perhaps we could move into that
We shall
region
continue
there.
tomorrow, my liege.
Oh, and we are going to need more defenders
Orders. By your command.
there to
Sire.
keep up the
As
public
you
order.
wish. My lord. Yes.
Okay, I guess that's enough. And so we do have once again a turn. Okay, so now Frankfurt will be besieged. Good thing that we reinforced it.
The enemy has surrounded us. We are besieged.
And a rather large Milanese army. And rather experienced as well. Huh. This might actually be problematic. Well, no matter.
Leave your mercy behind, men! We shall utterly crush.
So the reinforcing enemy army will come from right flank. And at the very least the terrain is quite favorable for us. I think this position here will be rather excellent. Okay,
The enemy
so
have brought up more men. They hope to make
let's
up
see
in numbers what they lack in
what will happen.
gallantry.
At least they do have quite a lot of artillery, and that's going to be a problem. As well as them having quite a lot of missile units. Then again, the terrain should be working rather nicely for us. We should have longer range and we should be able to hit them better. And then those takes should be able to handle the enemy, eventual enemy cavalry charges. So they are coming really close. Perhaps that was even a bug there. We are taking some damage from arrows, but quite moderate. And now we need to take care of that enemy infantry before they can actually
Only half the
wreck
enemy force remains.
us there. Well, at this rate, so much for the elite enemy army. And of course taking down the enemy, perhaps faction leader, or at least elite general,
Our men have slain the enemy general.
quite important.
Without him, his troops will lose their will to fight.
And of course taking down another general.
Behold, the enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
So, we have a couple of trebuchets left. Perhaps we should go and say hi to the crew.
Behold how I,
Okay,
the grace of
fair
God,
enough.
All too easy.
victory!
And Milan will fall.
Such is the fate of all who
That was
oppose us.
quite a loot as well.
The settlement has fallen. Take the spoils of war.
And it seems the Mongols are regrouping somewhere around that area. Oh. Well, too bad. Just when we got rid of the Black Death. And that's not a good thing. Since we are having that jihad here rather soon, we would have needed a family member to command the army.
Orders. With honor, taking the troops ashore, sir. Ships ready. Hail my... Your will, sir.
Let's leave
As you
one
wish.
of these
Hail
to
my king.
Paris,
Orders.
and the
Yes.
second one can go to reinforce
Yes, sire. Sire.
the armies there.
Command. Orders.
Or perhaps we need a general in Dijon.
My lord.
The Kaiser's finest yearn to face you in battle.
Hail my... Sire. Hail my king.
Perhaps we can
Assembling a
move towards
mighty
Nuremberg
host of
with
your
this
troops,
army.
sire. By your
Milan
will,
is
sire, we
ours.
shall engage.
Oh, that's rather expensive. But I think
An
we
order.
should actually continue our push westwards.
We shall slaughter them, my lord. Besieging the cowards, my liege.
And perhaps we can have
Patiently
Venice
awaiting
next
to breach
turn.
and butcher, sire. Orders.
And if we send a couple of units to Milan, we
Yes.
can actually
Sire. My lord.
reinforce that army even further there.
Joining forces, my lord. Orders.
And
Sire.
then let's send some more reinforcements to
Yes, sire.
those areas there.
March to exhaustion, sire.
Valencia and
Continuing
Toledo
later.
most definitely need more troops.
My
Leon
king.
will fall.
They'll wish they'd never been born, sire.
Oh, and that was it for the Spanish and not the plague again. But apparently it will be the plague again. Well, no matter. Do we still have something we can do here
Hail,
in
my
east? Okay,
Yes,
Iconium
my liege.
is rather well defended.
With
Let's see if
honor,
we can
sire.
bypass it.
Hail, my king. Yes, my liege. With honor, sire.
And let's train a bit more troops. And perhaps a priest here, and we could continue towards Baghdad next turn. So, we are 3 provinces short of victory. There is going to be one here, another one there, and the third one perhaps somewhere here. Or perhaps we will move this army towards some other Holy Roman Empire city after Nuremberg
Who do
will
you
fall.
want dead?
For example,
will.
oh, Prague is
As you
actually
will.
Polish city. Pamplona could be ripe for taking. Well, perhaps in the next episode. So, thank you very much for watching.
I salute you.
If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to post comments, give advice, ask questions and so on. Have a great rest of the day. QualityOldGames out.